This is Steve Segura for ECTV, and joining me here today is Myra Acosta, the Director of Parks and Recreation, and Ray Katz from Pontiac, Michigan. That's near Detroit, correct?
Correct.
And what we have here is a beautiful sculpture. So can you tell us a little bit about the program and how this all came to be, Myra?
Yes, so this is a art initiative that Mayor Anthony Copeland wanted to bring to the city. We are bringing different sculptures from different parts of the U.S. With different artists who are bringing their piece specifically here to East Chicago. We're also having a lot of tree sculptures that different artists are coming to sculpt here in the city. And this is all part of, like I said, the mayor to try to bring art to the city of East Chicago.
Now, how many more sculptures do we have coming?
We're having about 8 more coming. We have 2 more coming today, and the rest are coming in November.
So Ray, tell us a little bit about your piece. What inspired you, or what do you name it?
The name of this piece is Combustion, and it's kind of an explosion of colors and individual parts that collectively fit together into a composition that's harmonious and appealing. And so, you know, my inspiration for this in some cases is like children's toys, you know, like Tinker Toys and things like that. So, you know, sometimes, you know, you put those kind of things together and you come up with unusual relationships. And so this deals with geometric and curvilinear shapes, and it's contrasted by these linear elements that go through it. So it's kind of an explosion of color.
When did you get into sculpting?
I started sculpting when I was about 22 years old. I went to Eastern Michigan University. I have a bachelor's degree from there, and I have a master's degree from Wayne State University. I taught for 48 years in a community college outside the city of Detroit, and I've been working in my studio independently ever since I've been in my early 20s.
And when did you create this piece?
I created this piece like 2 months ago. This piece is brand new. It's never been shown before. It was made in 2018. Actually, I created the circle and the spiral initially, and then I created the curve shape and the square, and using my creative imagination and diligence, I collectively put them together into this composition, and this is what you have.
And how many sculptures have you created in your lifetime?
Well, I have about between 20 and 25 sculptures out in the public right now. For example, I have 2 in Chicago. I have some in other ones in Indiana. I have a piece in Indianapolis that's been there for 7 years at the White River State Park. I'm going down to Champaign, where I have a piece now. I have a piece in Peoria in front of the Art Museum. So I'm actively creating and showing work with CSI and with other groups around the country, as well as independently.
Well, thank you for allowing us to have this in East Chicago. And like I said, Mayor Anthony Copeland is serious about arts, especially in the parks. And we're just pleased to have this beautiful piece here at Kosciuszko Park. So if you have time, come on down and check it out. This weekend is our Kielbasa Fest, which they will be the first people to be able to gaze upon this wonderful piece of artwork. So if you want more information about sculptures, just visit our park department or call our park department to find out the locations. And their number is 219-391-8474. And tune in on ECTV for more information about these beautiful sculptures. Hello everyone, this is Steve Segura back again for our second sculpture. This one is at Washington Park, and joining us here, he's putting the finishing touches on the installation, is Rob Craig. from Des Moines, Iowa. How you
Hi.
doing? Welcome to Chicago.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your piece and yourself.
My name's Rob Craig, and I teach at Drake University. I've been making sculpture professionally since 1988, and most of the work I do is large scale like this for outdoor spaces. This particular piece is called Seesaw. It's made out of steel and painted, and it's an abstract work that is meant to have many associations to known things, to spark somebody's imagination about what they may relate it to regarding built objects, things that they might be familiar with. The abstract form is derived through studying certain objects that I collect. This particular piece the abstract form is derived from a Chinese forged sailor's knife, a folding knife. That's sort of where the shape in the front comes from, and also a Japanese pole saw. So the profile of the piece that was sort of inspired by the profile of this large Japanese pole saw.
How long does it take you to complete one of these kind of sculptures?
If I can work on it consistently without interruption, it usually takes 2 or 3 months.
Wow, wow. Well, it's a beautiful piece, and we're here right by the pool. So if you get an opportunity to come check it out at Washington Park, right on the corner near Block Stadium. It's right along the walking path. Come on and check out this wonderful piece of artwork. Once again, Mayor Anthony Copeland is bringing arts to the park, and come on down and check it out. Hello, we're back for our third sculpture installation with Will Vanderson from Kansas City, Missouri.
Hi there.
And tell us a little bit about your piece here.
Well, these pieces I call board war because I think of the title as sort of an onomatopoeia. You know, spoken aloud, it sounds like what it is. So you hear board and you think maybe something kind of bulbous, kind of organic, a little bit soft. Maybe kind of weird, kind of awkward. So that's what this is. I would say they're sort of like biological personages, like they're figures, but they're figures in the sense of they sort of reflect all these functions that are happening inside of you. And I think about that a lot. I think about growing structures a lot. People always say ginger when they see these, and I say absolutely. That is definitely one of the source materials, or visual sources for these works.
Let's go. How long did it take you to do this one in particular?
On this, we're probably looking at about maybe 120 something hours. The actual fabrication of the full-size ones goes a little bit faster than you might expect, because everything starts as a model that's this big, and so I've got a system, and so all the little segments that you see, these are all start as like flat patterns that I've drafted, but I've got the big versions, I've got the small versions. So if I come up with a composition that I like at the small scale, well, then that's my blueprints. All I gotta do is scale it up, cut out the parts, build the big one. So building actual size, since it's already composed, it goes kind of fast, and it's just like sort of fun for me. It's like it's more a physical challenge than the challenge of composing something out of nothing.
Okay, cool. Well, we will definitely enjoy it. We have our movie night on Thursday where we're going to be able to debut it in front of hundreds of people here.
Fantastic.
So they will be the first to gaze upon your sculpture here. I really enjoy this one. I love the metal look, the raw metal look.
Well, just something about that, the galvanized finish. It's such a vernacular material. You see it everywhere. You see it like railings, telephone poles, but you just don't see this shape with that color on it. And so it practically glows in the dark, especially like see right now where it's about to really come down, but it's like bling right there.
Yeah, you can see like I really love the texture that the galvanized metal gives off. It almost like you don't have to paint it because it's got its own painting, natural painting.
Now they don't tell you this in school, but this sort of this flaky look that you associate with galvanized, the industry calls that spangling. So it's a spangled finish right here.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing this piece with us and the citizens of East Chicago. This one is at the large gazebo in Washington Park. So the rain is about to get us and we're gonna run in the car, but look for us on ECTV and on Facebook for more of these coming in the very near future. We have, I think, 3 more coming to the parks.